Delegation doesn't mean that you're lazy. It doesn't mean that you're not a good nurse, but it does mean that it will support the team in growing and it will keep your license and your patients safe. If you are not following up, then you are not delegating. You can't just delegate a task and not follow up to make sure that it was done. Always check back. Like, what was that repeat vital sign? Did you have any challenges switching out that suction? Hey, were there enough warm blankets in the blanket warmer for you to get that guy a blanket? Was the family member happy with their water? Was there anything else they needed in there? Having that closed loop communication eliminates options for assumption, and it also eliminates options for frustration and resentment. Because if you delegate a task and you ask for that help and you don't follow up to make sure that it was done, then it could set you up for realizing 30, 45 minutes, an hour later that the task that you delegated never got done because you didn't follow back up and close that loop. Sometimes there are circumstances where, God forbid, there's a code or the charge nurse prioritizes a different task for that tech that you didn't know about and that the tech didn't know about. So now they're prioritizing the things that have been delegated to them, and your task gets bumped down on the list, but you don't know because you didn't close that loop. You didn't follow up. You didn't continue to make sure that those tasks were getting done. So I hope this has been helpful to you to know when to delegate, how to delegate correctly, and to be more clear as to what can be delegated. And just realize that delegation doesn't mean that you're lazy. It doesn't mean that you're not a good nurse, but it does mean that it will support the team in growing and it will keep your license and your patients safe. It's also not just managing workload. And like I said, don't be dumping tasks. Also, last tip, I'll just add this in as a bonus. Don't be delegating just to avoid discomfort. If it's uncomfortable for you to wipe a patient's butt still, and you're delegating it because you're uncomfortable, not because you're available and capable, then that is not okay either. That's something to talk with your mentor about to support you in growing your comfort level and your confidence with those uncomfortable tasks. So just know that in a hospital setting, tasks can be messy, they can be emotional, they can be challenging. This is all part of nursing, but don't push something off or hide that you need help just because of your discomfort. Remember, start small, build that confidence with each ask, and use delegation as a tool to improve patient care, because you got this and you do have an RN by your name, and there are only things that you can do for the patient, and they hire support staff for a reason.